Hi guys, Mitchell here, Mitchell, Minnesota. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be my week 9, already 9, last single digit week post-op. So if that is what you would like to be here for, then stay tuned. Okay guys, so welcome back. If you're new, thank you so much for trying out this crazy channel. If you are somebody that frequents my channel weekly, nice to see you. I'm so glad that you're back again. I'm so glad that I haven't bored you to tears yet. I had revision surgery, bariatric surgery, revision surgery from Lapband-to-Gastric Bypass Roux-en-Y on August 7th, 2018. I'm 30 years old. I am 6 feet tall, and my highest recorded weight pre-op was 273. My surgery weight was 260, and last week I came to at 234.0 pounds. Today actually, it's not good to weigh myself. I don't like weighing myself in the afternoon, but I just did it after my shower, and I am at 230.6 pounds, which is a total loss of 4.6 pounds for the week. That I believe that is the most that I've lost, except maybe the first week on my pre-op diet, because my body was like, what the hell's going on? So that feels really good. I've been in this world of like 1 pound stall, 1 pound stall, 0.5 pound stall, and it's nice that that's kind of going the way I want. Like, I will take it. Little Kansas Kitty said it, if this is the honeymoon period, I am all about it. Like, I like to be able to drop weight. I'm looking down because I wrote down a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about. First, I want to talk about head hunger. Head hunger is getting less and less and less. Again, I don't think it's necessarily my stomach. It's my head, and my God, your head can imitate your stomach like you'd never believe. Oh, there goes the odds. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so sorry. Oh, there you go. Yeah, head hunger is pretty rough and tumble, but I am, I'm doing it. And it feels good. Like, I'm trying on clothes like this shirt. Let me back up a little bit. This shirt I couldn't fit into before surgery. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, now it's like, you know, pretty loosey-goosey on me. And until I can get back home and get to my alma mater's university bookstore, then that's how I'll be wearing it at home, nice and comfy, cozy. So yeah, head hunger is still kind of a thing. I don't think it's ever gonna go away. And I don't know the distinction yet between cravings and head hunger and things like that. And it is what it is. Portions. I am still on 4 tablespoons a meal, for the most part. I did email my nutritionist and I was like, how do I do da-da-da-da? And she goes, you know, this is the part, and I appreciate her honesty. And I think I've talked about it in a previous video. She's like, this is the part of the journey that you have to kind of navigate yourself in, that you have to listen to your body, which is the hardest thing. I have to listen to my body. It's the hardest thing, especially when you go out. My husband and I went to Eau Claire, Wisconsin, which is like an hour and a half outside of the Twin Cities in Minnesota. We went over and we went to this little restaurant that we really like to go to for breakfast once a month or so. And we go to the farmer's market. But I'm gonna insert a picture here of what I had before and after. So yeah, it was really good. I wasn't necessarily hungry when we got there. We left about 5:45 in the morning. Got there at 6, had a nice breakfast. I wasn't super hungry, so I was like, why am I gonna waste my time? Because it was a little bit more of an, I don't want to say upscale, but like, you know, I love diners. Like, I'm that kind of person, but it was definitely a little bit nicer. I had the steel oats. So those are steel oats, and then they've got the dried cranberries and the dried and raisins. I don't even know what was on it. I don't know. It's fucking delicious. Oh, excuse my language. I've still got some in the fridge. It is now Tuesday. I had some there, as you can see, like the before and after. I probably had about a 1/4 cup, and then came home, had some more for lunch, had a little bit more for dinner. I pretty much just had that the whole day, and then I still got like half of what the bowl was in the kitchen. So that's good. I know that that's a more filling thing versus like lunch meat. I could inhale it if I wasn't careful. So I guess it's all about, and I've read it time and time again, like, yeah, you're gonna feel even like soupy oatmeals, like, yeah, it's gonna go right through your pouch. Soups are gonna go right through your pouch. Liquids or soft foods are gonna go right through your pouch. Like, yeah, that makes sense to me. Dense proteins, which I'm not quite to dense proteins yet because I'm not at my 3 months, and 3 months is when you can kind of go baller. I watched Little Kansas Kitty's video, and she was talking about her portions, and I think she's up to a half cup, right? And I'm still in quarter cup, but again, there's an ebb and flow there. My nutritionist said, like, if you need a little bit more, especially now that we're out of just the liquids, because a quarter cup of liquid, 4 tablespoons of liquid is liquid. 4 tablespoons of like shredded chicken, there's air in there, that's not a quarter cup. So she's like, you're gonna have to compensate and give yourself a little bit more, but then listen to your body. On the 7th of November, my 3 month, then I can go to a half of a cup at a time, and then that'll go for a while, and then eventually I think a year out is when I'll get to a cup. And that's the max. That's where you need to be, a cup per meal, straight up. So, and my program, and it's so interesting hearing about all y'all's programs, because some programs are like, oh, you're eating 5 or 6 times a day. Oh, you're having 3 meals, 2 snacks, and 2 proteins. Or VSG Joe, I believe, is 2 meals and then a 3rd meal, which is a protein shake. So really 2 meals and a protein shake. Mine is 3 meals and a protein supplement throughout the day. You can add it in however you want. For me, my crucial time, and I'm curious when you guys is this too, like my biggest fall, like when I could like waver and give in, is probably between like 1 and 5 or 1 and 6, and then not even 1, maybe like 2 or 3 to 6 or 7. Like that time is so bad for me. Like it's a hard spot. So that's when I put the protein supplement in there, my Premier Protein, which y'all, let me 1 second. Okay, so my Premier Protein, I know y'all know it, I'll love it hopefully. I can only really eat the chocolate anymore, drink the chocolate anymore, because I can't stomach anything else. I add 2 tablespoons of this PB powdered peanut butter. I have it in regular and in chocolate, and the chocolate actually has less calories. In a 2 tablespoon serving is 50 calories and 5 carbs, 5 sugars, 1.5 grams of fat, so it's a perfect thing. And then in the chocolate, it's less. I don't know how. It's cool because I'm reading kind of the back, they take the oil and the fat out of it, and then you just mix it with water or milk, or water. I mix it with Fairlife because it has extra protein. So, and then I put that in a blender, or I just mix it in with my Premier Protein, and it's like a peanut butter chocolate milkshake, and it is bomb. I did not like peanuts. You can ask anybody. I hated peanut butter. I thought it was the devil's minion. It was gross. I'm like, I'm not eating peanut butter my whole life. I've never liked peanut butter. It's dry. Why would anybody want something dry like that? That's stupid. Although I did eat peanut butter and honey sandwiches when I was little. Maybe that's a Northwest thing. But this stuff, I mean, I had it for like 2 weeks, so it goes kind of quick. It smells so good. I have taken up an affinity for peanut butter. I've seen some people do their adding, they'll just make a couple of tablespoons of this, and if they don't like it, they'll add like a packet of Splenda to it and kind of have it as a snack. That's pretty good. I've done that a couple times. I've also added this to sugar-free chocolate pudding, the Jell-O. It's so good. Holy crap. But I would recommend mixing this dry with the dry pudding powder first with your whisk, so it doesn't get clumpy. And it'll be a little bit grainy because of there's, you know, little peanuts in it. There's like little chunks of actual peanut in it that they didn't get fine enough. So, but I really like it. It's so good, you guys. You gotta try it. Oh, sorry. And then so you have the protein in here. The protein I use, so for a Jell-O, a sugar-free Jell-O, because I make a package and I'll make a bunch of half-cup things of it. You know, 2 cups of Fairlife is 30 grams of protein right there, plus the 5, so 35 grams of protein in pudding. I'll take it. That's fantastic. Um, yeah, so portions, it's still an eye game, you know. When you're out at the restaurant, it was like, how do I measure this? Like, I'm not even, I wish there was an app for that. There needs to be a weight app that goes up to like a pound or something on your phone. Exercise, I'm still like between 7,000 to 9,000 steps a day, and that's hard because I should be more, but I sit because I type a lot. I type up a lot of reports, so it's like that's where I could be doing it. It's frustrating. When I was in the classroom, I was chasing my kids around all the time. It was so easy to get those 10,000 steps in a day, but now I'm sedentary for some of the day, so it kind of screws with my head. It'll be interesting this weekend. We have some friends that live down the street, a couple just like a year older than us, and they are from Atlanta. So we kind of bonded over like, oh, we're both not from here, yada, yada, yada. And we're gonna go out. It has been so crazy. We haven't seen them since the neighborhood block party in the middle of July when I was like 2 days into my 2-week liver shrink diet. So it's been a while. So I'm curious if they'll notice a difference, but so it's been a while. And they live like 5 houses down. It's crazy. So we're gonna go to a tavern, like a pub. They're big into like breweries and things like that, and my husband loves wine and all that stuff. I obviously will not. I even asked my nutritionist or my doctor, my surgeon, and he said, yeah, have a glass of wine, it's fine. I'm not going to, I don't think, because I don't want to waste those calories. And then we're gonna go to this pizza place that's really big here in St. Paul. So I'm like, maybe I'll try a bite, or I'll find something else. Like, nobody should have to accommodate a different restaurant because I can't have pizza right now. Like, that's silly to me. I'm sure that I can find something at every location. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I'm curious how it will go for me. I don't know, and it's freaky. I don't know. I've noticed that it is easier to work with my the students that I'm evaluating. I'm in special ed. I work with anywhere from newborn babies up through 5 years old. So there's a pretty big, I mean, if it's a newborn, like, they're just gonna kind of lay there. But I mean, some 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, they are off the charts. Cuckoo, cuckoo. I love it. But I do most of my evaluation, I do most of my observations and my interaction with kiddos on the floor, and it's gotten so much easier to physically be on the ground that it's noticeable. I can be on the ground, I can crisscross, I can do, you know, contort my body in different ways because I'm a 6 foot tall man trying not to seem big and scary to a 3-year-old. Like, that's hard. That is going really good. And then sleep. Holy crap, you guys. When I was at my heaviest, I had to go get something prescribed to help me sleep because and it didn't work. I was having a hard time. When I did fall asleep, I would wake up on the top of a hat. My husband usually works late in his office and will come to bed at like 11:30. And I am an old man, so I'm literally like father time because I'll go to bed at like 8. So I would wake up since I'd say maybe, sorry, that was a long pause, maybe early September. I've no issues with sleeping. I don't even know when he comes to bed. It's great. I can get a full night's rest. I'm still cranky in the mornings, but still, yeah. So that's good. Other than that, everything else is going really good, you guys. I'm still commenting on videos, and I've got some in my queue. Like, it's just been crazy, which is no excuse. I haven't done a Bath and Body Works haul because I'm kind of saving it, because we've got some fall ones, but I'm kind of like winter's coming, and I went and looked at some of the candles, and they have one that I really like. I think it's called, no, is it winter or is it like, I don't know what it is, but it's got like peppermint and pear in it. Holy crap, it smells amazing. But I'm pretty excited for that. These holidays are coming up on us so quick. I mean, we're in the Burr months. You know, they're they're here. So I'm super curious as to what's going to happen and how I'm going to be able to facilitate everything and be strong and be, you know, that's the hardest part. So other than that, I am keeping on keeping on. There's nothing really else to say at the moment. I think that's a good thing though. Tomorrow or next Tuesday will be 10 weeks, which is absolutely insane to me. I feels like just yesterday that I was getting everything on and going into surgery. I used to think that that was the hardest part. And I had seen people say, no, it's the after. That's the hardest part. And it's absolutely true. Having to be accountable for myself has been the hardest part. But I'm very proud of myself because I will actively, if I walk to the kitchen looking for something for some reason, I'll say no out loud. And it makes me smile when I say it because I can most of the time control myself and I can say no to things. I don't need to be eating after blah, 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 blah. Oh, you've had your 3 meals today. No more. It's very therapeutic that way, and I'm very proud of myself. So, yeah. I think I'll leave it there for this week. Add me on Instagram, Mitchell in Minnesota, or email me, mitchellinminnesota@gmail.com, or I'll put my personal Snapchat down there. So maybe you guys want to see what I'm doing on Snapchat. I love the motivation you guys are giving me. You don't know how important y'all are to me. We're in this together. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And as always, if nobody told you today or yesterday, or nobody's going to tell you tomorrow that they love you, remember I do, and I always will. Have a great day, guys.